Ever wondered how we turn a boring cube into a full-blown sailing tutorial? If you watch our videos, you know we try to make them clear, practical, and easy to follow. But here's what really goes on behind the scenes. The first thing we need is 3D software. For that, we use Blender. It can create anything from simple 2D animations to full-blown cinematic scenes, and the best part, it's free. Link is in the description below. Every time you open Blender, you start with a default scene. This includes a cube, a light, and a camera. The camera is what renders the scene. Whatever the camera sees, that's what you see in the final video. And the camera itself can move. It can follow action, zoom in, swing around, just like a real film set. Now, back to our lonely little cube. It's a starting point, but we can also begin with a sphere, a cylinder, or a circle, whatever shape makes sense. Start with something simple, like a cylinder, and suddenly it becomes a boom, a winch, a mast fitting, whatever we need. We can alter its shape, add geometry, as well as change its appearance, textures, and reaction to light. So let's build a boom, because nothing says sailing like accidentally dodging one. We start with a cube. First, we shape the cross-section. Then we stretch it to length. A boom doesn't have razor-sharp corners, so we'll build the edges, adjust the geometry, and refine the form. Next, we give it a material, tweak the shader, increase the metallic value, adjust the roughness until it actually looks like aluminium instead of gray Lego. But here's the thing. The more geometry we create, the harder your computer works. Add enough detail, and suddenly your laptop sounds like it's about to take off without you. So we try to balance realism with performance. Now, our boom needs something to attach to the mast, the gooseneck fitting. Here we'll start with a simple circle, extrude it, shape it, add depth, and refine it. Same material as the boom, I guess, consistency matters. On its own, this fitting can rotate, but we don't want the boom just floating around randomly, so we parent the boom to the fitting. Now when the fitting rotates, the boom follows. Next up, the main sheet. For rope, we don't use cubes, we use curves. Curves are perfect for smooth lines. We shape the path, then add geometry so it actually looks like rope. We create the upper and lower sections, tweak their position, scale them properly. Then we give it color. Let's go deep red so it stands out in tutorials. Now we hit a problem. If we parent the whole rope to the boom fitting, everything moves. That's not how a main sheet behaves. We only need part of it to move, so we cheat. We use something called a hook modifier. Hooks create empties. Empties are invisible helpers. They don't render, they don't show in the final video, they just control things behind the scenes. We hook the top section of the rope to one empty, the bottom section to another. Now we have structure. So we give the whole setup a skeleton, an armature. Even booms get bones. We scale the main bone to control the gooseneck fitting. Because the boom is parented to that fitting, it moves too. Then we add two more bones, one for the top rope section, one for the bottom. We connect them to the armature, but we disconnect the lower bone from the main parent. Why? Because the lower section of rope shouldn't move when the boom swings. Now each bone controls its own empty. Each empty controls part of the rope. And suddenly, when we rotate the boom, the top section moves with it while the bottom section stays fixed. Now we get to the fun part, the asset browser. This is where it starts to feel like cheating. We pose the rig, everything in a neutral position, and save it as an asset. We'll call that asset standby. Next, we rotate the boom 20 degrees. The rope looks weird at first, so we adjust the rope bones until everything lines up naturally. When we're happy, we save that pose too. This time we'll call it beam reach. Now we don't have to animate everything manually every time. We just click between poses, standby, beam reach, back again. Then we let the timeline handle the transition. Smooth, control, like a boat that actually listens. Finally, position the camera, render the clip, drop it into our tutorial edit, and that's how a simple sailing lesson is built. Before you know it, you've got 60 empties, 40 bones, thousands of faces, and a laptop that sounds like it's negotiating its retirement. but when it renders perfectly, worth it.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It really helps our channel grow. Subscribe if you would like more beginner-friendly sailing explanations, and leave your questions below. We're all here to learn together. If you don't know your boom from your bow, you're in the right place. We're here to clear the fog and help you sail with confidence. Fair winds, and see you out there.